So good morning students, welcome back to another week of class. I hope you had a wonderful week. So now this morning I have something very special for you guys.
How do we define a circle? Previously, we had seen what a center is. We had also seen circle is made up of points which are all equidistant from the center. So let's try to form the definition of a circle. The first thing we should notice is that it is a set of all points. Second, how are the points on the circle related to this point in the center? Yes, they are equidistant from that point. So we can say that a circle is a set of all points equidistant from a point. Remember, it says all points equidistant from a point. Let's look at another definition, and trust me, this one's more interesting. To know the other definition, we need to understand the term locus. This word sounds familiar to the word locust, which looks something like this. And that's precisely why I never even tried to understand what it means until I started teaching. Anyway, the concept is really simple. A locus is a word used to represent a set of all points. That's it. We use the phrase set of all points many times in mathematics, and to avoid using this long phrase again and again, a single word, locus, is used.
Good, so after looking at the video, what do you think the topic for today is?
Circles.
Good, circle, very good. So after today's lesson, you guys will be able to define what is a circle, list and explain 5 parts of the circle.
Hello everyone. Having watched the video, you guys know that today we are looking at circles, right? Now on the video, can you tell me what a circle look like? What does it look like to you? Let's hear from some volunteers in class.
Something curved.
Something curved. Any other thing? What does it look like?
So something wrong.
Something wrong. Alright, that is correct, right? It is a round shape, right? Now, let us think about the round shape for a few minutes and think about some examples of round shapes, right? I will give you one now and you'll have to give me some more, right? Now, how many of you have eaten a pizza here in class? A lot, right? You know
Yes.
the pizza?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the shape of a pizza? It is round, right? It has the shape of a circle, right? Now, when you cut the pizza in the middle, you have 2 halves. Is it that so? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Good. So you have 2 halves, and the 2 halves make a circle, right?
Yes, sir.
Now let us have some examples from you now. What are some other examples can give you of the shape of a circle? Let's say from Christopher.
So a car wheel.
Car wheel? Yes, the car wheel is in the shape of a circle, right? Very good. Anyone else? Let's hear from Sam. What do you think? Give me another example of a circle. A bicycle, right? A bicycle wheel, right? Is like in the shape of a circle. Alright? Now let's have a look at the definition of a circle now. On the board, on the PowerPoint here, we have what is a circle, right? A circle is a plane figure bounded by the curved line, right? Called a circumference on which every point is equidistant from a fixed point or the center, right? Equidistance is a new word to you, right? But the word equidistance means equal distance apart, right? If you have a point in the middle, the curved line is equal distance apart from the center, right? Okay? Now, I want you to think about the parts of the circle. Here are some parts of the circle. There are many parts in fact, right? Now we need to know what is each part and where it is located on the circle, right? Now let's have the next slide. Now we are going to look at some of the parts this week, and in the following week we look at the others, right? So this week we are going to look at the center, the circumference, the radius, the arc, the chord, and the diameter, right? Okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Now, I want you to read for me the first one.
The point in the middle of the center of the circle is called the center.
Center, right? Very good. Give them a round of applause, everyone. Let's clap for the reading, right? Volunteering is very good, right? Can we have the second volunteer now to read the second one? And then I will read the third one, right?
The perimeter or distance around the circle is called the circumference.
Okay, the perimeter or the distance around the circle is called the circumference, right? Give them a round of applause. Show some encouragement for our students and your friends, alright? Now the third one says a straight line connecting the circumference to the center is called the radius, right? I want you to memorize these definitions and understand what they mean, because in a few you have an activity where you have to identify these parts of the circle, right?
Yes, sir.
So pay attention. Let's have someone read this one here.
The part of the circumference is known as the arc.
Very good. Give them a round of applause. Round of applause for John. This one. Let's have someone read this one.
Straight line joining any 2 points on the circumference is called the chord.
Chord, right? Very good. Let's give him a round of applause. Encouragement is good, right? Now there's a note here that says the chord does not pass through the center, right? Now if you look at the chord, the definition for the chord and the radius is similar, right? But the chord does not pass through the center, right? But the radius goes to the center and the diameter passes through the center, right? Good. On the last one, it says a straight line from one side of the circumference, one side of the circle, so the other side passes through the center is called the diameter, right? So the diameter is a line from one end of the circle passing through the center to the other end, right? Now, take some brief notes in your book, because we're going to have an activity in a few. Read over the definitions and memorize the parts, alright? We're going to have a little game now with our students. I have a cardboard here. On this cardboard I have a circle and I have numbers that would indicate various parts, right? In this bag here, this is our bag with the parts of the circles inside, right? Now we pass this bag around. Right? These are the rules of the game. You select a part from the bag, and whatever part you have, you have to identify it for me, right? So it passes by now to John, and John will pass it from the class. Right? John is going to pass it from the class. Everyone will select the parts. Okay? For a few seconds. Alright, good. Everyone selected their parts, right? So we have 6 parts on the board here, right? Okay, Christopher, tell me which part do you have here? Which part do you have? Open up your parts. Which part do you have, Christopher?
So record.
The chord. Alright. Where do you think on this circle here is the chord? Tell me which number. Which number is the chord here? Based on what we discussed about the parts, tell me which one do you think is the chord on the board? Which number?
So number 5, because it joining the 2, sir. It touches 2 points on the circumference, but it does not passes through the center.
Very good. Round of applause for him. That is correct. Even a round of applause, everybody. So let us have the chord. So this is the chord. Let us place the chord at number 5. Right. So we have one part of the circle there now, the chord. Right? Let's have Sam now. Which part do you have there, Sam?
I have the center of the circle, sir.
The center? Where is the center of the circle? Which number? Which number, right?
So the center of the circle will be number 1, sir.
Number 1,
Yes, sir.
which is in the middle, right? And this one is really straightforward and easier. Everyone knows this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's place the part. Our center, right? So those are 2 parts we have so far, and we need 6, right? Let's hear from John. Which part do you have there?
I have the radius, sir.
The radius. And which number do you think is the radius here?
2, sir.
2? Do you agree with him, class, that 2 is correct? Do you agree with him?
Yes, sir.
You agree with him? I don't think so. If you look back at the definition, right? It says that the radius is the length from the center of the circle to the one end of the circle, right? It could be anywhere on the circle, right?
Okay, sir.
So let's place it where it should be. This is our radius, right? This line here is our radius, right? Okay, let's hear from someone else. Which part do you have here?
Arc, sir. Arc.
You have the arc. Which number here is the arc?
6, sir.
Number 6. Because you see here, I was finding you say it's number 6. Why do you think, or what is arc?
Sir, the arc is any point on the circumference, sir.
Any point on the circumference? Are you sure? Let's hear from Peter.
So any part of the circumference is
Any
known
part
to
of
be the
circumference,
arc.
right? Not the point. Any part, right? So he's correct. Peter is correct. That this is any part of the circumference, right? Just place the arc where it should be, and it is number 6, right? Let's say for Navendra now. Which part do you have here?
Sir, I have the circumference,
Circumference.
and that would be number 2.
Number 2.
Yes, sir. The perimeter or distance around the circle is called the circumference.
Okay, very good, right? Give you a round of applause as well. Now we are left with one part and place the final part on number 4, right? So let's have the final part from Peter. What is the diameter, right? Well, because this is the final piece, we place it here, we also need to know what is the diameter, right? And the diameter is a line from one end of the circumference passing through the center, touching the other end, right? It could be any way, any way on the inside of the circle, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so after today's discussion based on today's discussion, I would like someone to define in their own word what is a circle. Let's have John.
Sir, a circle is a curved line.
The circle is a curved line. Yes, that's good. What about Peter?
Sir, a circle is a curved line. It is round in shape.
Very good, that's a good check. So a circle is a plane figure bounded by a curved line called a circumference.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay guys, so this brings us to the end of our lesson, and next week we will continue looking at circle. So I would like you guys to go home and do some additional research on some different parts of the circle, or some additional parts.